And I sat in cabinet yesterday, and I was so proud of the work Shawn is doing, because he came back again, and he said to cabinet, we want an extra 25 scholarships for the first generation scholarship program. And Prime Minister asked him, do you have money to pay for it? And he said, you don't have, but we'll do it. And the Prime Minister said, let's go ahead and do it. Why we an extra 25? Because despite all that we have given, we need to do more for the people of Saint Lucia.
Shawn Edward is going to go down in history as one of the most significant education ministers in the history of Saint Lucia. However, history would be much different if Shawn Edward had his way.
And I can never forget the day after the election when the Prime Minister took the phone and he called and he said to me, Shawn, it's been 2 days since we won the election, and you probably thought, well, I'm not calling you. But let me tell you, you are the second person I'm calling. And he said to me that I am going to the Ministry of Education. I'm not going to the Ministry of Education.
A day or two passed before the newly minted Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre called back and impressed on him the importance of accepting the assignment.
And I said, Prime Minister, I'm a team man. If you want me in education, I will go into education. And the day I set foot at the Ministry of Education, assisted by Dr. Pauline Antoine Prosper, we have attempted to give the children of this country the best educational experience they can ever ask for from our government in this country.
Since Edward accepted the job of Education Minister, the laptop program was resuscitated. The government has committed to paying for an increasing number of O-level subjects for secondary school students. Multiple vocational schools have been created. Preschool has become a priority, and parents of first form students now get a $500 grant. The education system is in a constant state of evolution. One might even say revolution, given the pace of change. In his own constituency, Dennery North, his political rivals have put him under pressure, saying he prioritizes education over employment.
You would have heard the UWP candidate. Et qu'on soit trop important pour me parler about candidate UWP qui pas ni plan, qui pas ni presence, qui pas même savent si ka venir ben si ka aller. And he was speaking on the UWP live, and he said that the young people of the valley need sustainable employment so that they can be getting paychecks on a fortnightly basis. Il va dire autant bien, vous savez, mais c'est ça qu'il a tried. Ek me d'accord et puis, we need sustainable employment for the young people of the valley. But you cannot have sustainable employment without the requisite training.
If the Pierre administration's vision for universal education comes to full fruition, history will credit Edward for shepherding universal education from its infancy in the Kenny Anthony administration to becoming a totally free and diverse system like what exists in Barbados. In order for that to happen, however, Edward must first make political history. He has to do what Pierre did and turn a historically UWP seat into a safe seat for Labour. Lucky for Labour, he has already won Dennery North 3 times consecutively, and the people of the valley don't seem to have the taste to vote for anyone but Shawn again. For Choice News Now, I'm Jason Seaflay.